Hey everyone, welcome to the myQuest LMS walkthrough. I just want to give you an insight and a quick overview of what is the myQuest LMS, what is it all about, and how does it work? So the first thing I want to walk through is very quickly the learning model that we use. So this is the engine that drives all of the learning that we see in the platform. So it's called action, feedback, trigger. 3 elements. We bring action steps, or you can bring an action step to every piece of micro learning content that's delivered. Not only that, but after every action step, there's a reflection and feedback process that not only enhances knowledge retention, but it creates opportunities for social learning, engagement, and even one-to-one coaching. And trigger represents the completion of this. We get the user to take the next learning action through a series of, maybe it's an incentive, the gamification, the notice, the points. It could be related to an automated notification, an email, or some kind of automation that might occur in a different solution or system that the company is using. But ideally, the whole idea is to get the learner to trigger to take the next learning action. And throughout a quest, which is the model, or what we call this model when used, it's what we call our courses. A user goes through action, feedback, trigger several times inside of a quest. And that's what you're seeing on my screen right here. This is called a quest. First, it looks very different than probably anything you've seen inside of a learning management system, right? It's laid out differently. It has an intuitive and easy look and feel. It's not just a screen that I click play on and listen to audio, watch a video, and take a quiz inside of a single box. This is interactive, broken into little steps. So a quest, it has levels. Each level has a section or a title. And within the levels are the learning actions that the user takes. We call those missions. So in this quest, we're showcasing a blended training, but it can be entirely self-paced. I'll quickly go over the top bar here. I've got my quest. This is the quest itself, the learning, the content, etc. If I click my habits, we'll see what that looks like in a minute. One-to-one coaching. This means I have directly a coach working with me in the platform. I can say hi to, I can share video, images, and documents here. You can also make this a journal, private for the user to just share notes and reflections here for themselves, or pair them up, the learner up with a buddy. So they're constantly sharing back and forth what they're doing as they go through the training itself. So in the community page, we also have a cohort of learners that are taking the quest with me. And we get to communicate and share about our reflections on the action steps we're taking. I can also upload video, images, and documents and get feedback on what I've done and the feedback on my learning. To look at a mission. So how do we break up a mission? What does it look like? What does it include? The whole idea behind a mission is what it sounds like. We're giving the learner not only the information they need to learn through videos, attached files and documents, but you're describing for them, what are they looking, what are they listening for? What do they need to do or create in this mission? So it could be watch the video, lead a team meeting. It could be to lead a sales call introduction. See the example recorded above of a sales call introduction. Great. Whatever the action is, when I acknowledge I've done it, immediately there's a follow-up and feedback process. This reinforces the knowledge. And what it does is it allows me to then share this reflection with my coach, or to my private journal, if that's what I have active, or to my buddy. In this example, it'll go to Sue, my coach. But maybe I want to take it to the community, share it with the other colleagues going through the training with me. Well, I shared it with Sue, who's a more experienced employee and being onboarded as a leader in this organization. And Sue is ensuring that I'm implementing the training and the practice that's being taught. So she's able to reply to me, see what I shared in terms of my reflection and the outcome I got. Now, the other thing I'll highlight here is that not every mission needs a video. A lot of learning management systems require heavy amounts of video content to create effective outcomes. Here, it can be an image. You can also just embed a PowerPoint, embed anything. You can embed anything that's embeddable to a third-party web service. So that means any tool that you might be using, SCORM packages, Google Drive documents, SharePoint files. And then also in this mission, what's different is there's a forced journaling response. So not only do I have to be active in the learning after I read and absorb the information based on what they told me I'm looking to learn, I then have to think and reply. Automatically, it's going to share those reflection questions that were forced with my coach, the buddy, or my journal, whatever I have active here in this channel. Now I can have questionnaires and quizzes as I go through the quest itself as well. This means multiple choice, short answer questions. A questionnaire is going to collect information. There's no great way to get a baseline and measure results throughout a training process. As this is a blended example, I've missed the first meeting that was delivered live on Zoom by a facilitator. On level 2, I have another opportunity to attend on September 20th at 4 o'clock. I have the link to join. It can also be a physical location if it's happening face-to-face in person. And then I have a summary of what's being discussed on the session itself. Now, I'm going to go to level 2. You'll notice the game mechanics. The other thing I want to highlight is the platform's mobile-first design. Doesn't matter what device I'm using this on, it'll fit. So this is a mobile phone view. I'm popping right into the mission. I can see my video. It lines up perfectly. I've got some specs on the mission. And also habits. So if I'm delivering a training that I want to see behavioral outcomes, I want to see someone practicing something, doing something every day. For instance, what to do every day, fill out your daily sales summary and send it to your sales manager. Here's why it's important. Here's a video that backs it up. Now I have this card as a habit in the My Habits section, and I can actually check off, hey, I did this today, and I get 20 points. One time total, one time in a row. So I can do this 10 days in a row. We can set up automations to remind the user to do their habit after X number of days of inactivity, or after 10 days of activity. Good job. So there's also a map. There's points. So the whole process is incentivizing me to continue. It gives me a sense of where I'm going in the journey. You can launch different themes of the map. We provide you with 3 themes. I can see you are here. I'm on level 2. A lot of colleagues with me here on this level, and the journey ahead. So that's the user experience inside of a single quest. Now, quizzes can happen at any point. I'm only hitting a quiz here on level 2, but this could happen on level 1. It can happen after each mission. It can happen at the end of each level to test out of that level, and at the end of the quest before I get a certificate. It's all simple and flows for the user. Now, if I back out of this view, I'm no longer in the quest, but I'm in the dashboard of learning the courses that have been assigned to me, because I'm in a leadership role at this company. I was just onboarded, and I have a few courses that are compliance-based. You can see here, there's a sexual harassment prevention training. There's 92 days left for me to complete that. It's 4 levels and 22 missions total. I've also got a few quests that I've already started that are in progress. So I can see some were automatically assigned. I might search in the library for content that's relevant for me, maybe a feedback quest, because I'm in a leadership role. I can hit start. It'll add it to my library. And it's only going to show me content in this library and assign the courses to me directly based on my learning group that you set in the administrative side. So I actually have a learning path also. This means it's a series of quests in a sequential order that I have to complete step by step. You can also lock it by date. Doesn't have to be by sequence. And you don't have to lock it by sequence. You can give them a group of 5, 10, 20 courses, 3 courses that they can do, pick and choose what they want to do when they want to do it. But this is the user experience, and the dashboard gives me some activity stats in the top. You can also see this is mobile first. Now, jumping to the admin. Why is this valuable to an organization? Because I don't need an authoring tool. I don't need an expensive tool. I don't need to spend a lot of time and money. I don't need a lot of training to use it. I can build a quest in minutes. So here I have a quest, and let's click new. This is a library of quests that I have in our account. I'll click new. I'll call this demo test quest, and I'll be the owner of this quest, and this quest will be in English. We have a list of languages. If you don't have your language listed, let us know. We'll launch it in that language for you. Create. So I'm going to launch a new quest. We'll do a sales training. We'll build the frame, and we'll get it created for you. So I have level 1, introduction to sales, and we'll do a welcome mission to start. Next level, we'll do all about rapport building. And we'll start with physical rapport. And let's put a quiz right after that, so they kind of have a quick rapport quiz. And I'm going to do something else like a listening exercise, and then a listening quiz. And we'll just correct the spelling error. Great. So I can move content around between levels. So I'm going to go to level 2. I want to take this mission and push it to level 3. And now we're going to edit the content. Edit mission. Now on the left-hand side, you'll see I'm kind of able to highlight things with a green highlighted box, and I'll click to add my media or edit with the text. So here on the left, I'm going to add an image or a video. Let's do this, a video from YouTube, just to populate it in there and show you how it works. paste and done. YouTube, Vimeo, direct upload, whatever works. Describe the mission. Your mission is to X, Y, and Z. If I'm embedding something from the third party or embedding something from the web, I paste my embed link. It populates the iframe. And let's say I'm setting the difficulty, the time frame, and I want to force them to do some journaling questions. Let's say it's to lead a sales call introduction, and then I want them to answer some reflections on how that went. That'll automatically be sent to their mentor on the team who can help them implement and give feedback. I want to also add a quick follow-up so they'll share with their peers in their cohort in the community. So already I've created a very quick mission, a few tips added. Maybe I want to upload a resource for them to view. And let's say I want to duplicate this whole quest, edit some things out for the new hires. Let's say I want to import an activity from our diversity, equity, and inclusion quest. And I want to take mission 2 diversity and put it after mission 5, the listening quiz in this quest that I'm building, so you can FrankenQuest your content. We also support direct upload of SCORM, and even get this, you can export any quest you build into a SCORM format and load it into an existing LMS. So that was a very quick high-level overview of the user experience in a quest, the user dashboard, a little bit of an explanation of the learning groups and what's possible with automating compliance and automating course assignments, and as well how quick it is to build content that's effective and creates outcomes. So I'd love to hear from you if you have questions. Would love to connect more. You can reach out to me, samuel@myquest.co. Shoot me an email there. You can go to our website, www.myquest.co, or give me a direct call, 646-859-2661. Thanks so much. And I look forward to speaking with you, learning about what you're doing in your organization and how we can help improve the learning outcomes.